Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to share a few reasons why my husband Lloyd and I decided to have our baby here in Thailand instead of going home to Canada or Australia. Let's get into it. So I had actually planned to film this video today, but I got a little bit behind on my chores and things. My energy kind of dropped this week. I'm at 22 weeks, I believe now. So energy got a little bit low and I've got behind on chores. So I'm gonna be filming this vlog while I'm doing my chores, if that's okay. Lloyd and I leave for Canada in 2 days and we've just got so much to do, like the house is in all sorts. So I'll be doing some cleaning and preparing while I give you our little list here. Bear's here with me. Morning, Bear. Hi. So he'll be helping me out. I've made a whole list of what I need to get done here today. Lots to do. Still have to pack. I'm soaking laundry. Anyway, okay, even though I'm kind of all over the place and in all sorts today, one really big reason that we've decided to have our baby here as opposed to going back to Canada or to Australia is the slower pace of life. This is actually really hard for me. I've noticed that throughout our travels, like when we go to like a busy city or something like that, somewhere a little bit more chaotic, I feel more stressed. Like I take on that like stressful energy, I guess. And I think there's a lot of like unnecessary stresses that we put on our bodies. Like not just even just like pollution, diet, but like, you know, your daily commute to work or different ways that we put unnecessary stress on ourselves. And I think that unnecessary stress causes a lot of issues with pregnancy or even falling pregnant. So that was a huge one, was just eliminating unnecessary stress and having a slower pace. Not to say that you can't have a crazy life in Bangkok, which you totally can, or like Phuket or something, but we found that a slower pace is a lot easier to attain here. Okay, one thing that's made pregnancy a lot easier, and I think it's definitely going to make our postpartum experience much easier, is just the access to healthy food and organic food. And also like there's like delivery is really easy here as well and affordable. I've had a lot of like food aversions and weird picky like cravings and stuff. So being able to have access to a lot of different healthy options to help me fill my cravings has been amazing. And that's not really something I ever experienced in Canada. Getting takeaway food or delivery food in Canada, super expensive. It was like a treat for me growing up. We never did it. And healthy options as well, I don't feel like are as accessible. Like here, there's like a stand down the street where I can just go quickly grab some fruit or a smoothie or something like that, and it makes it really easy to stay healthy. And there's just so much of it as well. This has pretty much been my go-to meal since we've been traveling, and when I need to like cook for myself, I feel like having one meal that like you always come back to, that's like your like main meal. This is mine. Oh, my rice is boiling. So it's just like a turmeric and chicken stock rice, and then I have like ground chicken, and then whatever vegetable is kind of available in the supermarket that we go to, and then that with like a fried egg or some scrambled eggs. That's been my like go-to. I get that pretty much every country. You can kind of guarantee you can have access to that. And yeah, I feel like mixing up foods too often, not that great on the digestive system, especially when you're pregnant as well. So having like your one solid meal. So and everything's so fresh here. I've mentioned it so many times, but the quality of fruits and veggies here is just incredible, and I've never felt so healthy before. Also in Thailand, it's actually like normal for someone to provide you with like meals and stuff after you have a baby. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding that in Hua Hin, but I definitely know it's available like in larger cities, where someone for 40 days after you have your baby, someone comes and brings like healing soups and stuff to help you heal and recover after having a child. I have a bunch of recipes and stuff that I'm going to prepare and get ready myself. I might get someone to bring meals too. I might be being a bit ambitious, but that's also something that you can look into as like a meal service for postpartum. And another thing that I've learned is here in Thailand that they take those first 40 days after having your baby really seriously, and it's just about mom bonding with baby and pretty much not leaving the house or breaking that time, that real golden special time together. And that's really important here. And postpartum is just oops, the boys just jumped in the pool. Sorry, as I was saying, that postpartum is just really taken seriously here, and a little bit more than it is in the West, where we're kind of expected to just like bounce back straight away and like, you know, a day after having baby be up walking and doing your thing. But like rest is a lot more pushed here, and like it, yeah, it was just something that I'm kind of struggling with. Like I want that slower pace, but it is also way slower than the lifestyle that we had ever lived. So I'm gonna take those 40 days definitely seriously. I've started reading this book called The Fourth Trimester. Definitely recommend every woman read it. It's an incredible book, but it also mentioned the first 40 days after pregnancy. So just sort of hearing it from multiple sources, like how important that is to slow down and do nothing during that time except be with your baby. So that's sort of something that's come from this part of the world that I would like to that I'm glad that I learned, that I hope that I can share with more in the West, that you don't have to be busy and bouncing back straight after having a baby. So another thing that I'm really happy about here in Thailand, like being able to actually afford organic stuff, which I know not everyone has that luxury. I definitely did not have that luxury when we lived in Canada or Australia. Here, I'm so happy I've been able to swap out all of our like chemical filled products with organic, natural products. I've really been loving this brand. All of our cleaning products are Soganics. I really like them. They smell really nice. And we also have their, like the shampoo, face wash, body wash is their other brand called Common Ground. They're both really good. I recommend them. Not sponsored, I just really like it. And yeah, it feels good being able to bring a baby into a fresh space without any products that have stuff in it that could make us sick or have adverse reactions to them. We love coming home to a really clean house, so that's why we're going a bit nuts with it right now. Lloyd's scrubbing outside for us, which is amazing. While my food is cooking, I'm also stripping all my whites. I saw someone do this on Pinterest. I don't know if I really had the right like products to do it, but the water is looking pretty dirty, so it must be working a little bit. Even if it doesn't do it perfectly, I'm just happy that they'll be a little bit whiter. The water that comes into our washing machine, I'm not sure if it's the cleanest or if it's the washing machine that's the problem. Sometimes the clothes will come out dirtier than they went in. I have mentioned on here that we had like hot water problems in this house as well. We're still getting that sorted. We've got one bathroom that's got hot water and we've got hot water pressure now. But our main one still, they're trying to fix it. So hopefully it'll be fixed by the time we get back from Canada. This place isn't perfect, but we still love it. We love it here. So as you can see, we've got our lounge here. This is our new lounge. One amazing thing about Thailand, even though it takes a bit of time to like find the right things or things that you love, but you can find beautiful, affordable, handmade furniture here. And so furnishing this place, even though it's going slow because I'm picky and I don't like spending money on stuff I don't absolutely love, furnishing this place has been really nice. Like we've got this lounge, I can't remember exactly how much it was, but like this would be like a $5,000 lounge, I think, in Australia or Canada. Like it is so high quality. It was made to order. It's so comfy. We got it from Jazz Furniture or Jazz Sofa, I think it is, on Instagram. They delivered it, set it up at the house. Like everything was just super easy, and it's just so high quality as well. And we also got this coffee table that was handmade as well. This side table, also handmade. Like I've been able to get so many handmade pieces for the house, which I really, really like. I think it brings a nice like energy into the home. And for much more affordable than anything I've been able to, much more affordable than anything I would have found back in Canada or Australia. Nothing that I would have been able to afford these pieces. And they're just really high quality. Hey, did you just open the door on your own? Yes, you did. You're not allowed to open the door. And that goes for baby furniture, nursery furniture and stuff as well. So obviously there's a lot of things that you have to buy when you're having a baby. And it can be quite overwhelming, like looking at the cost, like how much like a crib's gonna be, a bassinet, and they keep growing and needing new things. And that can be really overwhelming for most people, most parents, and it still is. We've got mostly everything picked out, and I'm actually like really comfortable with the amount that it's gonna cost and the quality of everything that we got. And I feel, yeah, I just feel really grateful that we're able to find everything. We found so many like cheap, good things on Lazada. The Lazada delivery guy knows my name now. He knows Bear's name. So they come to the house quite often. And I've been able to get like handmade things for the kitchen, like our salt and pepper mills are handmade, like beautiful wood, and a lot of the baby stuff as well is like handmade, really beautiful things that you would like see on Pinterest but not sure where to get. Like you can get things that you would find at markets and stuff if you dig deep into Lazada. So I really love that that's all affordable, and I love that I'm able to nest, and we're gonna be doing that when we get back from Canada. It's gonna be like full nesting mode.
Okay, we just need to take a quick break to thank Level 8 for sponsoring today's video and also supplying us with the best quality luggage for the past 2 years now. So if you want to live the nomadic lifestyle, then you'll need luggage that will hold up in all conditions, which is why we've been using Level 8 for so long. Like us, Level 8 is all about traveling light and efficient, which is why we recently upgraded our carry-on to these awesome new hard-shell Roadrunner 20-inch carry-on pieces. Just like the full-size luggage sets, the carry-on luggage is made from durable materials that are also waterproof, which is super important if you're traveling and you're going to be walking around with your luggage through cities, because you never know when you get caught in a rainstorm, especially somewhere here like Thailand where it rains all the time. They also have this cool little compartment for our laptops, making it so much easier to access your electronics when you're at the airport and going through security. Honestly, I don't know why they make you take your laptop and your electronics out of your carry-on when you're going through those security checkpoints, but they do. It's super annoying. But that's going to be a lot easier now with our new upgraded carry-on pieces. And having the hard shell on it also means you can rest assured that your stuff isn't going to get damaged when it's in the overhead lockers. I know whenever I'm flying and we go through turbulence, or like the guy in front of me just slams his bag on top of my backpack, I'm worried that when we get off the flight, my camera's going to be in pieces or my computer's not going to be working because it's been damaged during the flight. But not anymore. And Level 8 also offers a lifetime warranty on all of their products. So if you're interested in leveling up your travel game, click the link down below in the description and don't forget to use code Lloyd and Mandy because you'll get 10% off your purchase.
Okay, Lloyd gifted me my first grown-up vacuum. This was not very cheap, quite expensive actually, but definitely worth it. Being in a white house with a lot of white and neutral furniture with a chocolate dog, the hair does sort of show up, so having a good vacuum is important. And this one, it's Electrolux. And it came with this like Pet Pro handle, so it like picks up all the hair like so well. After one thing over, I don't have to go over anything, it picks everything up. It was very worth the purchase. I'm so happy with it. I think it's my favorite thing in the house now. Oh, the sun has just come out. It's been a little bit rainy this morning, sweating already. It might be time to turn the aircon on soon. One really nice thing has been obviously having extra sunlight when you're pregnant. I really think it's been like made a huge difference for my mood and just like being able to just sit out in the sun and connect with nature more. That's been huge. It's made pregnancy so much easier, and Thailand is like pretty much summer year round. Even now in rainy season, we still get so much sun, and it's just like made me a lot happier. I've felt more positive being in more sun. So I just think this climate for me is definitely better than cold weather for growing a baby. Okay, it's actually getting a bit too hot, so I'm gonna close everything up. We usually have everything open for the first half of the day to like let all the fresh air in and air out the bed and all that type of stuff, but usually gets a bit too humid and hot by the middle of the day, so that's usually when we'll turn on the air conditioning. And then sometimes at night we'll turn it off in the afternoons, depending on how hot it is. Air conditioning can be a bit expensive. That's probably one of the more expensive things that we spend on, but it's worth it to be comfortable. Might just keep those whites soaking because they're really dirty. I'm washing like all the pillow covers from the couch and everything, and Bear likes to use them, so they're a bit dirty. I do just have to say, I think I've been treated better here during my time being pregnant than I have anywhere else. The Thais seem to really go above and beyond for like when they notice you're pregnant, especially now that my belly's showing. I've noticed like people being like overly kind and helpful and smiling, and it just seems like the Thai people are like genuinely really happy for you to be having a baby. In general, it sort of does feel like Thailand's a bit more family oriented. It seems a lot easier to like take your kids out with you and like live your life and do things with kids all the time. Whereas in Western culture, I feel like not everywhere, obviously I'm generalizing, but I did notice in Canada and places is that kids aren't as welcome in a lot of places. But like if you go out to dinner here, the waitresses will be like, when we were in Bali, like the waitresses took our nephew and were like playing with him so the parents could eat. And we've also heard that's really common here as well. So like you can actually still go out to dinner and enjoy yourself, which is really nice. And I'm excited to have kids in a place where they're going to be welcome and they're going to feel comfortable. Of course, when I say some things like that's just my experience, doesn't mean it's like for everyone, but I did find that Asia in general is more kid friendly and kid excited and more inclusion for children. So I actually used to be a very messy person. One of my parents was quite messy, so I had like one very messy house. They were split up. So I was used to having mess around and it just was never a priority, but like since living in like hotels and stuff, and just like Airbnbs and like always having like clean space, I realized like how much better my mental health is when stuff is really clean. And it's changed a lot of things for me. And I definitely want a baby coming into a really clean space. One hack that no one ever taught me is to dry dust everything, especially in the bathroom, before you spray everything. Otherwise you're just pushing dirt around. Little tip for you if you didn't know that, if you're a messy person like me. I got better at cleaning just from watching YouTube videos, actually watching how other women clean and what their like procedure is, and now I have like a daily cleaning routine, which really helps. If you do a little bit every day, I find it's so much easier to stay on top of it. I've sort of just realized, I think, like in being pregnant, like how much your kids take after you and how they copy you and stuff. And there's some things like, yeah, like them inheriting money is a good thing, obviously, and really helpful in life, but there's a lot of other things that your kids can inherit if that would make their life easier. And growing up in a clean house and having like clean habits is something that you can give to them that doesn't cost anything and makes life better. So those are the sort of things I've been like focusing on. Yeah, our kids really do inherit everything from us, like all of our habits. So I think it's good to like take an inventory of the habits that you have and ask yourself, am I comfortable with my kid copying me doing this? And because that's pretty much what it is. And is this habit serving me, or can I change it to make it so my kid benefits in the long run? That's sort of where I'm at with my headspace at the moment, and I found that it's really helped me focus on what matters most, the things that I can control, and letting go of everything else. That really feels like the secret to not getting overwhelmed also at the moment. One thing that I read in the 4th trimester was about how one mistake that a lot of women can make when they're having a baby is only focusing on the day of birth and not thinking about what happens after and how big of a transition that is. And just, you're going through so much, especially in those first couple weeks. You're learning how to be a mother. Your body is trying to recover from doing something quite traumatic that has a pretty large effect on your body, and it's all your internal organs are trying to return to their original spot. So lots happening in those first few weeks. And it's important that like we take care of our health during that time, because the baby's health is affected by the mother's health. So taking care of the mother's health should come sort of first. And being able to have like access to acupuncture, Chinese medicine, regular massage, physical touch for a woman after having a baby is really important, I've read. And so is, you know, like having Chinese medicine help. Even in the lead up to me getting pregnant, having regular access to that stuff has been just incredible. I've noticed a huge shift in my health, and I'm more focused at the moment on my recovery and how I'm going to be able to feel well again after having a baby. And you know, there's only so much you can control on the day of the birth and plan for, but you can definitely prepare for what happens after to make it so your body recovers the best that it can, so that you can, you know, be yourself again as soon as possible. So yeah, there's obviously so much like yoga and gyms, and we'd be able to like get a massage therapist around here. There's a massage joint just around the corner that's like, I think it's $10 every time we go. Thai massage is meant to be very good and healing after you have a baby, depending obviously on what state you're in, not giving medical advice by any means. But there's just access to all that, and we're able to afford it as well. Like a prenatal massage here is actually covered by my health insurance. I use Nomad Health Insurance by Safe Doing. It's so good. Highly recommend it. We'll link it down below. But the prenatal massage here is about 60 or 70 Canadian dollars. We'll put the conversion down for you. But in Canada, I was looking at it, it's about $225 to $250 to get a prenatal massage. And obviously that's not really attainable for most people to get that regularly. And regular massage after having a baby is like really, really beneficial. So I'm really happy that I'll be able to afford and have access to somewhere or someone to come to me to get that massage, because the medicinal benefits are massive. Wow, look at the color of this water. It's definitely working. Even if they don't come out perfectly white, it definitely was needed. Might leave them for a bit longer before I chuck them in the wash. Okay, I'm just cooking Lloyd's steak so I can finish cleaning the kitchen. He's got lots of work to do. He's doing all the adult boring stuff in his office right now, so I'd much rather be cleaning and cooking.
How you going?
Good. Hey, Bear. Hi. Would you like a treat?
Beef?
For a second. I guess overall what I've been trying to say is that basic needs are sort of met here a lot easier. I will probably need to hire help as far as like cleaning when the baby comes. Right now I'm sort of just figuring out how I like things done, so I can ask someone else to do it the same. But yeah, that wouldn't be an option probably in Canada. House cleaning is quite expensive. everything is quite expensive. So I think if we had the baby in Canada, even though I'd have like some family closer, I don't think we'd be able to have as much help. So being here, that feels like I'll be a much more relaxed mother in that way. Bear is sick of me cleaning and kicking him out of every room. I'm sorry. I need to do the couch now though. Alright, I'm starting to fade a little bit. I've just got to finish mopping, and I'm going to vacuum Lloyd's office because I haven't done that in a while, but almost done. We're getting there. I added some peppermint essential oils to my mop water. It's my new thing. I got it from Baba Beach Club. Another thing that makes me really happy here in Thailand is the hospital actually is really, really good, and I wasn't exactly anticipating that. It was probably my biggest worry, and I wasn't sure like if the quality would be as good as Canada or better or worse, or you know, but the hospital's been absolutely great, and it's got this cafeteria in it that actually has healthy food options. There's a good cafe there as well. It's super clean and it's not overly busy. My experience going to the hospital in Canada, I don't know if it's just because I lived in small towns for the most part, but my experience was always that it was super crowded and always took like hours and hours and hours to get in. But for the most part, we've been like on schedule and on time for our appointments. We actually have an appointment tomorrow before we fly out, so that's why I'm trying to get everything done today, just to like get a certificate to say that I'm like healthy enough to fly while pregnant, and that should be all good. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Some airlines do require it. It doesn't look like ours does, but we're just getting it just to be safe because we don't want to have that headache at the airport. They've also been like really, really accommodating with my demands. Like I've asked a lot of strange questions, I guess, like just things like about like delayed cord clamping, and if I'm allowed to like bring my own music or lighting, incense, so that sort of stuff to the birthing room, and they've said that all of that is fine. So they've pretty much accommodated for like all of my questions that I've had, and even though they kind of think I'm weird there, I don't think a lot of the things that I ask are common maybe to ask here. Yeah, they are open, and there's not like a strict like things have to go this way. You just need to communicate what your needs are, I guess. And so I feel really heard and I feel really comfortable. Hospital birth was not my first choice, but it's kind of the only thing we have accessible to us at the moment, and that is legal here in Thailand. So we're making the most of that, and so far Bangkok Hospital in Hua Hin has been great. Okay, house is clean. Most of the stuff is done on my list. I might have to start recording myself cleaning more often because I think it made me more diligent. Thanks for joining me. I hope you found some value in today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We're heading to Canada. I don't know exactly what we're going to be filming or if we're going to be, because it's kind of like a family catch-up before the baby comes. And Bear is well looked after. He's staying here in Hua Hin. We have someone that's amazing that looks after him, so thank you to all you guys who worry about him while we're away. He's very well taken care of. Love you guys heaps. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.